So here we have the Anran Q3. Now this 360 security camera has got one fantastic feature which I bet you cannot guess. Now it's got PIR, it's got human detection, it's got two-way audio so you can speak through this from another connection on your phone because it has its own Android and Apple application as well. You can also set off alarms, you can do detection zones for sensors, you can do absolutely everything with it. Now one of the best selling points about this and the reason why I purchased it is because it's solar powered. And this is the sole reason why I got this Anran security camera. Now, the reason is I'm in a new build. I didn't want to be drilling through the walls or anything like that to get a power source. So as soon as I saw this and read the reviews, I thought it's a no-brainer. Actually have to get it. This will charge your camera when it's dormant. It will keep that charge. Now, you'll see in just a few minutes, we're going to go through all the settings and you can see exactly what's going on the screen. I'll do some live views. I've got my nephew doing some dancing around the garden out, so you can see that there is zero latency as well. Now, like I said, the best thing about this is no drilling, and you can just hook this solar panel up right next to the camera and it's going to retain that charge. And like I said, when it's in dormant mode, it's just going to charge. But I've never actually dropped below 95% and I've had this installed for over 2 weeks already. Now, yes, it is summer, so that does help. There is more sun, but remember, it doesn't need direct sunlight to actually charge. It's a 5 megapixel camera. Remember, it's 360 rotation as well. So from within the application, you can just turn it and fix it wherever you want. So you don't need to get it so accurate actually when you've put it up on the side of your house, because you can just freely adjust it afterwards. It does come with obviously day vision, night vision, PIR, human detection, noise detection. You can have a spotlight on it, and we've done the sirens as well. What we're going to do now is go over some of these features actually using the application and then just using some footage which are filmed outside, which should do it absolute justice, and you should want to be buying this at the end of the video. Now all the links for this are going to be down in the description below, so feel free to check it out. And if you do have any further questions, feel free to comment on this video and I'll get back to you straight away and give you a demonstration of something else which I may or may not have covered via Twitter if you want, so at CSSCoder, and the O is actually a 0. So let's go on to some of the features that we can get from within the application and once you've got this installed. Now there is a couple of elements I wanted to show you on this Anran camera before we get started. The setup installation via the application is absolutely fine and super simple. This does run on the 2.4 gigahertz network, so if you have dual Wi-Fi, that works. If you've only got 5 gigahertz, you can actually go into your router settings and create a 2.4 gigahertz network, which this is going to run on. The good thing about 2.4 is it's got a longer range as well. Now, a couple of things. This is the rotating head here, which you can control via the application, 360 rotating. In here at the base of the camera, this is where you can actually put your SD card. I do have one in there, so I do have onboard storage and also cloud storage as well, which I think works out about £2.50 a month, which is excellent for peace of mind. You do also have a power button on the right hand side and a reset button on the left hand side. On the bottom here, this is where you can actually, before you put it up, give it a good little charge with the supplied USB-C, and then it's honestly, even if it had no solar power, it's going to be working for absolutely weeks. Now this is waterproof and dustproof rated as well. It does have that sealing system around, which you just put over, but this is actually where you also stick in the solar panel cable as well, and this is how it just automatically charges with this fantastic feature. So let's go over and see some of the additional features that you're going to get from within the application with this amazing security camera. So here we have the security camera with its solar panel attached on the wall, and it's, you know, it's a visual deterrent if at minimum, but remember it's going to give you that security light. You can see actually how dark it is now and how much of a clear image I'm getting via PIR, so that is infrared. Now you can completely tweak and reconfigure all of these settings to exactly how you want. Whether you wanted a light on like now, then it would actually provide you with a color mode instead of the PIR, as you can see here. And remember what I was saying at the start about zero latency. As soon as you click a button from within the application, which is available on the Google or Apple store, you are going to get that immediate response. Now you can also have human detection, so I've walked up to it and the light did come on. So again, that is a deterrent. Now, as you can see here, Tom is playing in the garden and he's jumping around. You can see the live view from the actual camera itself. Obviously, this is on my home Wi-Fi network, so you should expect zero latency, but you will get zero again once you're on a normal data connection away from your home. But you can see in the blurred background, and you can see actually the video playing, that it is near on instant as well. So that's the type of security you are going to get. Now, within the settings from the Apple application, there is tons of things that you can actually configure. But one thing I wanted to show you about was the actual battery management. You can see the current battery is at 93%. And like I said at the start of the video, this has not been charged in quite some time. And it is just the solar energy which is charging. You can see today that it's not dropped below 97%, but you can also see how many times it's woken up and how many alarms have gone off and how many detections there have been. Now, I do apologize about the state of my garden, but we have just moved in, but you will also see me now in some nice shorts as I pan the camera up whilst I'm filming this and then pan the camera down as well. So like I also said at the start of the video, you don't need to fix this in place and be like, I hope that's in the right position. I hope that I've got the correct coverage. You can do that from within the application. So here's the siren right now as well, which you can activate remotely. So again, that is quite the deterrent if you do see someone, if someone is detected. And you can also do audio warning and strobe light, but that's only available on the nighttime view.
Hello.
Again, you can speak through this, so you've got two-way audio, so you can listen and you can also talk through it. You do have a standard definition and also 5 megapixel as well. Now, additionally, go into some more of the settings. Like I said, there is absolutely loads to configure. You can see my signal strength at the top is at 92% because it's on a good 2.4 gigahertz network. We also have power saving, performance mode. You can really customize how much of a drain on the battery you want, how much performance you want, and depending on what region you're on, whether you're 50 or 60 gigahertz. I have it on intelligent detection as well. That detects the day or night, and you can set the sensitivity of that as well. So when it's getting just a little bit, the sun is setting, it will change to PIR if required. Or alternatively, you can put the light on and it will stay in color mode. Now, schematic of charging, like I said, it's always good to charge it up before you install it and then just let the solar do the rest of it. You can see in the past week there, again, not dropped below the old 97%, I think it is. And the wake up time, look at that, 10 hours 44. So the power consumption is actually absolute minimal. I do also have an SD card in there as well, but because I've got the cloud storage option, it doesn't really matter. But if you do put an SD card in, just go in and format it first and then reboot your device and then you'll be good to go. You can also obviously link this up with Alexa as well. And here you can see my cloud storage service. I'm just doing a monthly subscription. I think at the end of the month, I'm just going to do a yearly one because I'm keeping this camera for peace of mind forever. Once again, going into the live view and it generates an encrypted network. So you're able to view your live view over an encrypted data network. And again, from all within there, you can do up, down, left or right. Remember, this camera is 360, so you can view it absolutely everywhere. Now, obviously, for if you've got neighbors and whatnot like us, you don't really want to be having it set up so you can peer over into their garden. So just keep within the bounds of your own grounds. Here is some of the history. So you'll get little markers so you can see people out in the garden. You can see when it's been activated. You can zoom in on the timeline for a bit of fine tuning, and you can either go into the history or to the cloud, and then or even through the calendar as well. So you can see exactly what's happened over the past few weeks and that, or since recording began. So there you can see Mrs. Coda out there in the garden having a cheeky little vape. And you can also screenshot, which saves to your camera roll as well. You can also share it if you want to. Now you can see on here the speaker settings, the speaker volume. So when I'm speaking through the actual camera, it's got different volume settings. So if you want it really loud, just shove it all the way up to 100%. You can see in landscape view here as well, you get a bit of a crop view here. But again, it gives you that better access to pinpoint exactly where you want your camera pointing. Again, you can take screenshots of this. Again, you can change the resolution, and obviously you can also zoom in on something. If you see someone, say, walking past your fence, you can really zoom in and see exactly what they're doing. It does also have a loitering alert. So if you wanted to set it up so if someone's loitering for longer than 5, 10, 15 seconds, then it will automatically record as well. So giving you that security and that absolute peace of mind. So all in all, this camera is working absolutely fantastic. It's good vision, good clarity, day and night time. It's weatherproof and it's solar powered as well. All the links for this are going to be down in the description below. So just head over there. There's probably some sales going on or something. But if you do have any additional questions to do with this camera, which is solar powered, then please just reach out to me on here down in the comments below, or over at CSS Coda on Twitter or CSS Coda on Facebook. But I give this an absolute big 7 thumbs up. Really, really happy with it. Gives the family the assurance that everything's being covered day and night. And we can also see what the dogs are up to on the night time as well. Go down, description, buy it.